In 2024, Florida tax deed market will have an abundance of bargain property. In today's video, I'll go into the details of those benefits. If you stay to the end, I'll share the mistakes for you to avoid when attending these auctions. Welcome back. Many like to call this channel Wealth Without Risk, where we help people discover and take advantage of one of the best real estate income opportunities that most people don't understand or even know exists. My name is Ted Thomas. I'm going to get you started right away. You're about to learn how to buy real estate for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar with no mortgage or deed of trust loan. The benefits of exploring Florida tax deeds in 2024 are many. First of all, let's discuss how tax deeds work in Florida. It all starts with the property owner. Florida law, like all states, requires the property owner to pay property tax. If the property owner fails to pay on time, there will be consequences. Non-payment of property tax in the state of Florida means the owner is willing to forfeit the property to the local county. The local county is mandated by the legislature to collect the property tax. The state hands the job to the Board of Supervisors or county commissioners, who then will require the official county treasurer tax collector to give due process of law notices of default to the property owner. Those notices are followed by a claim, which starts with a tax lien process, but ultimately the county will levy on the property. This is serious. The government is about to confiscate the property when you see that word levy. Levy is a big deal. That means the government is going to take the property, push the owner off the land. This takes place in all 67 counties. The local government will confiscate the real estate, even though they don't want the real estate. They are required by law to confiscate the real estate, then resell the real estate at a tax-delinquent property auction. This is where it's possible to make big money. The county auctions the property. Usually, the bidding starts at very close to the back taxes. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. The money from the auction, that revenue that they bring in, is what pays the school teachers, the fire department, the police department, sheriff's department, county employees, and much, much more. So let's talk about the benefits to you. The county will auction the property as is required by law. The auction will start at the back taxes. This may be 10 or 20 cents on the dollar. At the public auction, the highest bidder wins the property. What is the benefit to you? A huge ethical chance to buy real estate for pennies on the dollar. In other words, you're going to get discounts of 60%, 70%, 80% on these properties. You purchase tax-delinquent real estate. These are called tax deeds for discounts. I'll give you those numbers again. 60%, 70%, 80% below the tax assessed value when you know how to do this. Once again, the starting prices could be very low, just the back taxes, pennies on the dollar. For example, a $100,000 property would be selling for 10 cents on the dollar. That would be $10,000 starting bid. I'm sure you'd like to get a property for that with no mortgage or deed of trust. The biggest benefit of a tax defaulted auction is when the county auctions the property, simultaneously, the official treasurer deletes, that treasurer cancels the mortgage or the deed of trust loan on that property. Imagine for a moment buying real estate without a loan for only 10 cents on the dollar. Wow, how many are you going to buy? As many as you could, right? This is not theory or forecasting. It's a process. It's what's working best right now to attract high income, so you get paid the high income you deserve. To find auctions in Florida, the county announces auctions on their website. They also announce them in the local newspapers. Large population counties in Florida will have hundreds of properties, single-family homes, land parcels, vacant residential lots, small commercial buildings. They all have low starting bids. Small population counties in Florida will have dozens of tax-delinquent properties the counties will sell for pennies on the dollar. I suggest auction buyers spend their time on research, not only the condition of the property, but also, is the title clear? Are there no defects in that title? I can assure you, after 30 years in this business, I've noticed the educated buyers do much better than the uneducated buyers. People ask me for advice. I always start by explaining it's important to visit the property. That is, to have boots on the ground and become aware of the property's condition and the neighborhood. Here's the big takeaway. The local county will auction to the highest bidder. However, there's no guarantee from the county of the property's physical condition, nor does the county warranty the title report. So what could go wrong? If you're not walked on the property, you might learn a huge lesson the hard way. Every tax defaulted property is different. In some cases, a Band-Aid is going to be enough to fix up the property and clean it up. And in others, you'll need to do some life-saving surgery. As I said, the county auctions as is. That really means caveat emptor, buyer beware. If you have not looked at the property's condition, keep in mind it could have been damaged. Vandals could have been inside the property, destroying the structure, and it could cost too much to fix it. Floods happen every day. Fires happen every day. You're getting the idea. The pitfalls I want you to avoid can be many. However, you lessen your risk when you research the property, observing the condition of the property and the condition of the neighborhood. The title to the property is also a challenge. If you haven't inspected the property and you haven't checked the title at the county records, you may have a major risk on your hands. As I said, the educated auction buyers are always planning, researching, and now I'll bring up the final concern, and that is selling the property. This is a rewarding business. I like to say, let's buy it low and sell it low and make money. And like anything that's worthwhile, this takes time and effort on your part. For 30 years, I've been guiding, teaching people how to buy tax lien certificates and tax defaulted property. This is a learned skill. Ask yourself, who are you going to learn this from? I personally use coaches to be my mentor. Why? Life is filled with people who claim to be experienced. I suggest you beware. There's an epidemic of newcomers. I call them wannabes and posers who want to teach you tax lien certificates and tax defaulted property. On their own, they declare themselves as gurus. Many of them actually have very little experience. However, nobody is checking their credibility, and these people are filled with chutzpah. Here is how you can protect yourself and avoid risk. Just ask the so-called guru how many properties they have purchased at auction, and more importantly, how many of them they've sold and made a profit. If they haven't purchased, made a profit, it won't take you long to figure out that they don't know how. For sure, I know you'll be disappointed in all that fluff. Once you win as the high bidder at the auction, the county will not give you a refund. Auctions are no place to be guessing what your sales price should be. Protect yourself by knowing the approximate sales value before you purchase. Educated buyers do their homework, know the property condition, understand the title report, and know the selling price before they invest their money. Most people don't realize there are 5,000 auctions that will take place in the next year. They don't know where the auctions are located in 3,000 counties across the United States. I've solved that problem for you. My gift will reveal thousands of auctions with properties with no mortgage. Check that out in the description below. I'm Ted Thomas.